Most people I work with have some sort of behavior that they would like to stop, something they've identified that is not beneficial for them or even harmful for them. And it's not that they haven't tried before. Oftentimes they've tried many different ways to intervene on this behavior. And I often find that they're in a kind of binary state. I'm either going to do it or I'm not. And that often sets up a conflict or even a battle in someone's mind. And they're just kind of spending their day going, either going to not do this or I'm going to, and they end up white-knuckling it. And oftentimes that leads to failure. So someone will finally say, screw it. I'm just going to do it and I'll stop tomorrow. I'm going to use smoking as an example. So when someone tells me they want to quit smoking, there's all kinds of things people have often tried. Medications, gums, patches, and many of those things can help tremendously. But these people have tried all of that again and again, and they still haven't stopped. They're fighting. I ask them to put down the idea of stopping. Stop fighting the battle, and instead of saying, I'm not going to do this thing, what I ask them to say is, before I do this thing, and make an agreement with themselves, before I do this thing, in this case, before I smoke, I'm going to do 2 minutes of breathing. For some people, it's a prayer. For others, it might be calling a friend. And tell themselves that if at the end of doing that, they still want to smoke, they can. But to put something in between the thought and the impulse of picking it up to determine whether they actually really need it or not. And many times people are able to identify that there's a stressor that's come up, and they can find other ways to relieve that stress without picking up the cigarette. And this can work for any behavior. These type of battles we almost never win. So stop fighting the battle. And tell yourself, I'm going to do it. If I still want to do it, I can, but I'm going to do this thing first, and I'm going to do it every time. And that alleviates the idea of that fight, that battle, and often makes it much easier to build a different relationship with that behavior or stop it completely.